All right. So, just to update you guys, I have been in contact with my assistant. She's working on graphics for us to get, and she's working on getting an event page for the sneak peek and getting a group for the sneak. It's going to be called like behind the scenes look into Team Aloha coaching. So she's working on the graphics for those two things. You know, we are working on it. It's just not ready yet. But when it is, I will definitely get it posted in the team page. So you can start inviting your people to that event, but you can, in the meantime, start personally messaging your people that either are customers or people that you've spoken to in the past and inviting them to this sneak peek into coaching. It's going to be, I hope it wouldn't be longer than like 30 to 45 minutes. It's going to be at 8 o'clock on March 23rd. The other thing that we have going on is the 10 rounds program is going to be launched on March 16th, which is Monday for coaches. The FAQ, I posted it. I don't remember, I read it, but I don't remember exactly the details. But what I know is that we are going to, um, I'm definitely going to get the program. It's 5 days a week. It's 30 to 40 minutes. It's, um, sorry, I'm not at my house right now. Obviously I'm at Abe's dad's house. And, there, it's 5 days a week, 2 days of lifting, 3 days of, um, boxing or whatever, and 30 to 40 minutes. I think it's like a 6 week, I don't remember exactly how long it is, but once you enroll on March 16th, I think you get like access. They start launching the workouts. I think they start launching the workouts like week by week. And then, so then when the challengers actually sign up, which I think is like April 1st or something, I don't remember exactly. It's in the FAQ. They're already going to have like weeks of workouts already loaded in there for them. So that's what I understood when I read the FAQ. Um, I definitely know that there's some people interested in in it already, like for my challengers. And I think the more if you got, are you going to do it? Are you guys going to do it? I just think, okay. So the more we can start posting about it, I think in our Team Aloha Everyday Choices group, I think like how we're excited or different things that we see, whether it's sample workouts or information, and try to build up that excitement. I think that's what we did with MM100, and we had a really good launch as far as our team, like with MM100. So it's not just on me, but it's on everyone. The event is having updates. Like she did create the event already, and I posted that link in the team page and in our challenge group. And she scheduled posts to go in there with information about the program. So if they click that they're going to go to that event, then they're going to get those notifications when those posts go live. And you could even go in there if you wanted to and check that out and grab some information from that event and bring it into our page, into our challenge group. And I think it's really important that we keep trying to post consistently in that challenge group, because I do see sometimes random people, like the way it works is the same thing as the algorithm as your Facebook page or your Instagram page. So when people are posting in the group and commenting and liking and engaging on the posts, then that's popping it up into the feeds of the people that are in that group. So the more we can be engaging on other people's posts, commenting, liking, and the more we can be posting in there, posting engaging posts, not just like I did my workout, but like asking questions and getting people to actually comment, the more it's going to pop up in the feeds of the people. It's kind of like, I feel like the group doesn't have very many people that are active still. And if we want to pull some of those people that are inactive, they're probably not even seeing posts from the group because they've been so inactive for so long. But if we continue to keep engagement up, then it's possible that those posts could pop up in their feeds again, like if we get the engagement up in that group. So I think it's really important for all of us coaches to focus on bringing up the engagement in that group. So that we can, and I even thought about like maybe we should remove everyone and start a new group and close that and try to see, but I was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna change anything. I think we just really need to try to revive what we have going on in there. Because I did notice Christine, one of my customers, she hasn't done a program with me in a while, and she definitely is still seeing the posts, because when she saw the 10 rounds post, she was like, I'll do it with you guys. So and I do once in a while, I'll tag all of my challengers, like all of my personal people, just like if it's like a 10 round like thing, like announcing the new program. And I think that's a great idea too, if you have challengers in there, to like once in a while, like maybe once every couple weeks, to tag all your people, because then that post is going to get seen by more people if you tag all your people.
Okay.
So, and I don't tag everyone in the group. I just tag my people, which is probably like 50% of the group. Um, and the My Challenge Tracker group that we've been doing with Caitlin is it's the most engaged I've seen a challenge tracker group. So I think it's really important for us to continue to be engaged in that group as well, you know, with not just like posting our workouts or whatever, but also like engaging on people's posts and you know, posting our shakes and all those things. And obviously when we're leading the week, we're posting more engaging things. So I think that we're in really good shape right now as far as like what we have to support people if they do want to get started with us. Like we have all the tools there for them, which hopefully will help our team have confidence. Like the coaches that we bring on board will have confidence in going out and presenting the challenge group and asking people to join them on this journey too, because they'll feel like they are getting the support that they need. I've noticed that some of your challengers have been more engaging lately, Jonna. And those, I would invite all those people, I would invite everyone to the sneak peek, all your challengers, because those are the people that.
Because I'll do that today. I agree. I kind of feel like there's like a little momentum that if it can keep it moving, it will have a big impact, you know?
Right. And how is your sisterhood group going? Your free group?
So it actually gets it's okay active. Like every day I do have people that comment on the content that is posted. But what I haven't been doing is, and what I need to do is still add more of myself into it, you know, because right now it's just, you know, the fun content of, you know, what the pre-made content. And so we do have little comments on that and stuff. So it seems like people are seeing it, but I haven't, like I threw in the 10 rounds free thing in there, but I haven't really like had a focus of myself, of me putting myself into it. And I need to do more of that. But yeah. Right now I'm like, I can't do everything at one time. So right now, frankly, my focus has been on my challenge group because I have an awesome challenge group going this month with like 5 ladies in it, and they're all really active in that challenge group page. So that's been kind of like keeping my focus because they're active and engaging and I want to engage in them. So I have just been letting my sisterhood or my version of the sisterhood run. So you know, I'm like, I can't focus in all those places at once. So I know that one's lacking and I know what I can do to like ramp it up, but I'm enjoying my challenge group this month, basically.
See, are you doing it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Because I tried doing it in the Challenge Tracker app last month and I had 3 people and like no one engaged at all. So I was like, okay.
The Facebook has been great. And I don't know if it's like Danielle's been huge in it right now and her friend, which is awesome. So she's
already a coach, right? Danielle's
no, she's not a coach yet. She's not a coach yet. She's really
so her friend signed up with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I think she's like coach material. Like I've been watching her. Did she just naturally start posting on social media or you kind of encouraged her to do that?
Well, I encouraged her through my channel only because my challenge group, because she wants to win it. So she's doing all the points in my challenge group right now. Are you
using the one that I had from before where they get points for posting every day on social media?
Yeah, I made like a list of points that like if you post on social media and tag me, it's this many points. If you post your shake on social media, and it's this many points if you just get your workout. So I have like a set defined list of how you can earn points.
Okay, so it's like a daily thing.
A daily thing. Yeah.
They can earn so many points.
Yeah, so then once a week I go in and I collect all the points and then I post it on like every Monday of what the status is. So they can't see how they're doing until Monday. And then I show what they've done.
No, I used to do that. I don't know if you ever did a group with me like that, but I had like all these graphics and like,
I remember that's why I was inspired by it to do it. But I'm like, how can I
you simplified it.
Yeah.
You know what? Could you post what you're doing in the team page? That simplified version of it, like what you're doing in that challenge group, because I think my version was a little bit overwhelming for people, you know, like Sabrina, that's how Sabrina ended up being a coach. She did the whole like 30-day, you know, posting online on Facebook and social media and whatever. And then after that, she was ready to become a coach. So it does work for certain people. But I think for a lot of other people, it's like overwhelming, you know? So I think it sounds like your version is a lot more simplified.
Yeah, because I have like a list of like maybe 8 or 10 things of ways you can earn points. So there's only a certain number of ways you can earn points. And the least amount of points you get is just for showing up and doing the workout. The most is like the actual interactive sort of thing. So if you want to jump ahead to like potentially win, like you have to do the more interactive things and tag me.
Okay.
So yeah,
And
I'd be happy to do that in the elite page, do some,
thank
you know, what's going on.
Yeah. And you could even do a live if you want and kind of talk about
Yeah,
it.
I think
and
I probably will.
Yeah, that's great. And talk about how you're getting people to actually like engage in the group, because it sounds like you have
Mm-hmm.
that's always something that I'm always trying to look to do for myself, is get groups more engaged.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? So your sisterhood group, are people commenting and then you're responding, or no, you're not going in there? Oh, you are interacting.
Yeah, I am going in there. And I actually, cause I need to go in and make sure I'm re-upped. I scheduled my posts. So it's runs, but then I comment on my posts every day. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, or, and then, I have people who comment and then I comment back to them. So there's, daily interactions on those posts, but it's all initiated by my scheduled posts. I'm not doing.
So what you're saying is like going live in there more, or like doing other, okay.
Yeah.
Cause you're in my group. You're in my group and I actually still post in there every day.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, what I do is I just copy and paste the same post that I put in the challenge group into that sisterhood group.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, so I don't have to make more content. Like whatever I'm saying. So if you've noticed, when I post like videos of me doing like something at OCR or whatever, and like my long post about it, I just copy it and put the same exact post in the sisterhood group, because some of the people are the same, but a lot of them are not my challengers. They're not people that have signed up with me. So they're not in that Team Aloha Everyday Choices group. So that's how they're getting actually authentic posts and videos from me. And then I committed to going live once a week in there. But the same thing, I do the same thing. I just grab that live that well, the last couple of weeks I've actually gone live in there separately, but this week I just grabbed the live that I did in Team Aloha Everyday Choices. I downloaded it because you can save it, and I just posted it as a video instead of doing a live in the sisterhood. So I didn't have to do another video and like create more content.
Yeah. Okay.
And I do the same thing. I grab my post and I post it on every single platform. So I posted in the Team Aloha Everyday Choices, I posted in the sisterhood group, and I posted in the Challenge Tracker app. So obviously like Ange is in all three groups, right? So so are you. So you're seeing it, but like some people aren't. Some people are not in all three groups. I have some people that are only in the Challenge Tracker group, some people that are only in the sisterhood group, and some people that are only in the Elite Everyday Choices group. So I just want everyone to be exposed to the thing that I'm writing and not have to like create a bunch of content over and over again. So yeah. Okay, so I think we're in good shape with that. Is there anything else we need to discuss, or like as a team, like we need to work on?
I think that one of the things is that we need to take this whole like social isolation thing as a big opportunity as a team. I'm going to be posting a lot about I don't know if you guys talked about this before I came on, but this is a great time to actually try to build and try to show what Beachbody can do for people at home. So this is actually this is not that I want a virus thing to be also an opportunity, but this is an opportunity to actually share the message of the benefits of at-home workouts.
I think you have to step very lightly with that, because obviously you don't want to be viewed as like an opportunist, like, oh, exactly. I'm gonna monopolize on the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a way that you can make it sound where it's not like you're trying to like promote yourself based on this virus, then I think that is true. I think it's great. We definitely do have an opportunity. I think if you watched my live, I went live in our group, not on Facebook. And I've been thinking about going live on Facebook and sharing my thoughts about it. Like, because, I haven't commented on it because people are so charged about it, emotionally charged about it. And my views and perceptions are probably are not the same as a lot of people that are, a lot of people that have I personally am I think that a lot of it is the media, and a lot of it is being blown like crazy out of proportion right now. I'm not trying to say that it's not serious, but I've already had people react to me saying that, because it's like, oh, well, they want to be, people are in this fear-based, they're connected to fear right now. They're they're getting hooked into fear from the media and all these different things. I mean, I saw a tabloid magazine that said 100 million Americans to be infected with coronavirus. A freaking magazine. I'm like, no wonder people are up in arms about this thing.
Yeah,
100 million people. We've only got like 1,400 right now. Like, and it's going to be 100 million. I don't believe that. I don't believe that we're going to have 100 million. Maybe that will be exposed to the virus, yes, but that will have symptoms and like and be, you know, needing treatment. No, because 80% of people that are having adverse effects are over the age of 60 and they have comorbidities, multiple comorbidities. So I haven't gone live. I definitely, I want to go live, but I was like, I really need to make sure that I'm saying this really clearly, because I really don't want to say something that people are dying from this. And I don't want to be insensitive to that. And so that's why I haven't gone live, you know, because I'm like, you know, people are they're losing their family members to this thing. And so I'm like, how do I like go live and talk about it without like offending them?
Well, the question becomes how to actually get the information out that needs to be got out without causing mass hysteria. Like this whole toilet paper roll shit.
I know.
Oh my God. Like
seriously, we might run out of toilet paper because somebody's got toilet paper stocked up.
I know.
I'm dying.
I know.
We tried to order toilet paper. It was paper towel. We got paper towel.
And we're like, I was talking to my mom and my mom's husband, Ray, and they're like, he's like, I'm like, what is this whole thing with he's like, don't people have showers? And I'm like, yeah, like, can't people just wash their ass?
If it comes to that, yeah.
I mean, like, seriously, it's like, I'm like going, toilet paper's not going to protect us from this.
So the thing is, like, I'm like global every day at work, and I work on a global scale every day, and it is a big deal. But the thing is, the only part of this that any one of us can control is ourselves and our actions. Yeah. And so all we can do is stay away from the virus, and that's perfectly fine, because it is an exponential effect if we don't, and it will get bad, and there's no way around it. We can't, we're Americans, we think, oh well, we're going to be fine. No, we're not going to be fine, but we have to take action for ourselves. Words don't make action, actions take actions, and it's just us making sure that we're protecting ourselves. That's all all we can control.
Exactly. But we can also not get hooked into like the fear base. I know I already had a conversation with one of my clients, Crystal, and she was just like, this is so scary, so scary. And she kept saying, scary, scary, scary. And I was like, and I'm like, but hooking into fear is not going to change the outcome. And you shouldn't be scared for yourself because she's a young, healthy person. Like, you're not going to get it. You know, for your parents, maybe you should be scared. Like, my mom is over 60 and is a diabetic, and so is her husband. So I'm like, you have to take precautions because you actually could have an adverse outcome with this. You know, I'm telling her, take wellness formula, eat immune boosters, but I think if we present it in a way, which I did in the challenge group, was just now more than ever, we should realize the importance of what we need to do to take care of ourselves. That's really the only message that I think you can come across and be very clear about, because it's the truth.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I mean, like, I can say from being like, you know, thinking about my patients who I take care of a very vulnerable population. I take care of kids on ventilators at baseline, and all that stuff. And like, what we're doing from our standpoint and what our hospital actually allows us to do is driving me absolutely up a wall, because we're trying to get more telemedicine and stuff, so that way we don't have to bring them in to help reduce exposures, because these are the kids that will end up in the ICU. More support than what their home ventilators can actually do. Okay. And will take up resources that we don't necessarily have to have them take. And so we're looking at I'm looking at like being in my field, a very resource perspective type of thing. And knowing that, okay, I have 60 ICU beds in my hospital. There's already been talk about across our system that we might end up taking adults, because of the fact that we actually have more resources in some ways than some of the other hospitals. Being a children's hospital, we have more respiratory vital panels. We could do more testing. We are not necessarily COVID testing, because God's sake, the state of Pennsylvania has had nothing. Our state lab has been horrible. But the actual, like, think about like resource management and stuff and what we can do to help with that. That's the part that for me, I'm trying to like spread like, hey, the social isolation thing, this is something that's actually really big that actually can really help us by allowing us to spread out the severe infections across a longer period of time. So that way people who need the stuff can actually use it. And so.
Well, I'm sure you and I have already been exposed to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
that's what I was calling.
Tony has. Tony's been traveling to China.
I mean,
I probably have. I'm sure that a lot of people in the automotive industry probably have. But you know what? That's the thing. I'm healthy, but I could be a carrier. You never know. So I am choosing to not potentially infect other people if I do, because I don't know. I'm not going to get tested to find out, but I will stay away from people and save them from that if I am. You never know.
I know. I told my neighbor, I'm like, don't come too close to me because he's like elderly and he has the comorbidities. And I'm like, I'm guaranteeing you, I've been exposed to it. There was cases in Broward County and in Palm Beach, the airport, whatever, the whole thing with the guy that flew on JetBlue and all that stuff. So anyway, yes, I do believe that this is an opportunity to share more about self-care and the importance of it. And now more than ever, knowing, the importance of, and that's kind of the theme that I took in our challenge group. If you watched the live, I talked about the fact that now more than ever, like, it's apparent what we need to do to take care of ourselves, because the healthy people that are being infected, that it's creating symptoms in, those healthy people could have completely avoided having any symptoms from it had they taken better care of themselves and had a stronger immune system. Now, obviously, like people that are immunosuppressed, like transplant patients, autoimmune diseases, cancers, I mean, they don't have a choice. They're there's nothing that they can do. And that's the other thing that you have to be sensitive to as well, because, they don't have a choice in the matter and they don't have control over that. So, I think it's definitely something that I haven't been as active on social media because I was inviting a bunch of people from my old page from Instagram to my sisterhood group. And they're like, I got off Facebook. Like everyone's like, so I got like 10 messages of people that were like, I got off Facebook. It was too negative. And they're just like, Facebook is all just ads and negativity. And I'm like, I don't see it as that. But I guess that is a common perception that people are feeling. So, but I do like my sisterhood group. I mean, I haven't really tried to promote my challenge groups yet too much in there, but I am going to start. I did get in touch with a bunch of old challengers because, you can pull your list up from Beachbody of your customers. And I started using Scipio, and I sent out like I slowly did this because I had I had a lot of challengers that I had worked with in the past, but I haven't done anything with them in a long time. I think I probably had like 90 people or something that I knew personally that were, my customers. And so I sent out like a, hey, at the beginning of the new year, hey, it's been a while, Happy New Year. This is what's going on with me. I've now got 9 animals, still living in my house in Boca, still doing Beachbody part-time, still doing CRNA part-time, blah, blah, blah. I sent out like a little message of like an update on me. And I was like, hey, what's been going on in your world? And then the people that actually responded to me, I put them all in another group that they responded. And then, the people that didn't respond, I sent them like a follow-up. Hey, did you ever get my message? And then eventually it moved like 50% of those people into a group where we're having a conversation. And then the next month I sent them like something that it was like an article that I saw, like of healthy eating or something. And I'm like, hey, this just popped up in my inbox, I'm sharing it with you, all the people that had responded to me. And so they were like, oh, thanks a lot. And then this month I invited them to my free sisterhood group. So I slowly over 3 months got them to the point where I didn't want to just blast them in January and say like, do you want to do this free group? Because they're like, what does she want from me? You know what I'm saying? So I waited until I got, a couple months in, and then I invited them to my sisterhood group. And that group went from like, I think I had like 20 or 30 new people join my sisterhood group from those old clients of mine. So those are potential, obviously they already used Beachbody at some point with me. I'm not saying that I'm like just getting them in there so I can sell to them, but it's an opportunity for me to, talk more about my upcoming 10 rounds. And so the way, all I can say is keep in touch with your people from the past, because you just never know when it's time is going to be. And there's been a lot of times where I had customers that ended up, I didn't stay in touch with them. And then when they wanted to restart Beachbody, they started with another coach because I wasn't on their mind. You know, I just wasn't in their life anymore. So if you can just stay, and they ended up becoming coaches too. So just stay in contact with them in some small way and just remind them you're still there, then that will be a good way to, you know, have opportunities for you to work together. So, all right, if nobody has any more questions or shares, then I think we'll end a little bit early today. And I'll see you guys. I think I'm going to move the call to a weeknight because I just feel like a lot of people, like, I don't know. I mean, I like the Saturday. I'm not having a problem with it, but like, I know Stephanie can't get on now. And I feel like a lot of people gave me pushback on the Saturday calls. And if I could do an evening, we could try it for a while. And if we find that there's less participation, then we can move back to these calls. But I feel like we could try it and see if maybe more people will show up.
Yeah, I think we should just try it. Why not? It doesn't hurt anything. And then I would like to maybe see if I can I would probably try to invite a few more people to, you know, to try and do it, just because I know some Saturday mornings are busy for a lot of families who get out and, you know, have school activities and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll try it. I think we'll probably do it next week. So I think next Saturday we won't have a call. So I don't think we'll have a call next week. So will be like a little bit more than a week, and it'll either be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and at like 7 or 8. But I'll definitely be clear and post in the team page what the final decision is. All right. All right, ladies. Thanks for hopping on. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. See you guys.
Hold on, can I do a boomerang or a screenshot?
Oh, yeah.
I'll do a screenshot because I'm on my phone. So you just hold still.
Oh, I can do it if you want. I can do a boomerang if you want.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Hang on. 1, 2, 3. I got it.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, ladies, I'll post it and tag you.
All right.
Awesome.
Have a great day. See ya.
Have a great day.
Bye.